Hello, this is Loving the Sparkle with Cindy. This is day 5 of this project, or I should say part 5 of this project. And we're going to work up right here. We're going to start right here, and then I'll pull this one down. And I hope you all had a great day yesterday. I hope your day is going well today. Let me get in my tablet here. I did put them back over here. The tablet's going nuts. Okay. There we go. Got to move down. And I will get started. I did find last night, I pulled my computer out, handy dandy computer out, and I did find that it does upload a whole lot quicker in the computer than it does on my phone. So I will be using the computer once. I'd hate to have to upload it because it tries to upload 1,000 things when I only need, the videos. But I will find a way, because that was so much easier than the other way. And it's been storming, raining. The crazy dogs sit there and kept whining, wanting out, bugging me. It was like, why are you bugging me? You don't want out there. It's rainy, it's yucky. But they thought they wanted out there, so I put them out there. Okay, this one I have to move down. And I gotta get it right on that line. There we go. So I put them out there. We got them out there. This one is... But it's been yucky. Thunder and lightning woke me up. And I didn't get to sleep till like 6 o'clock this morning. Gotta love that. But I'm out of my medicine. My dad said he'll go in town tomorrow and pick it up for me. Oh, my hair is in my eyeballs. Little hair down right in my eye. That's horrid. Oh, Lord. But not a whole lot new here. And no one's found my channel yet, so I have no questions. So I'm going to kind of make some tag questions. Let me see. I've lived in many states. Where did I like living the best? Believe it or not, I have the best memories from Maine. And then, because my ex-husband was in the military, and from Maine we were up at Loring. And then my second best memories is here, because I've been near my parents and was with my mom until she passed. So I'd have to say that one, Maine was awesome. Wasn't as awesome when I actually had to go to work. Couldn't play all the time, because then you had to really drive and that stuff. But it still wasn't so bad because they took care of their roads. I mean, I went to nursing school. Let me see. I went to nursing school 50 miles from the house. And I don't think they ever shut the school down. I don't care if it was a blizzard. And it might take you all day to get there, but you better leave for school. So I got really good. There was only like maybe a 10-mile stretch where the two towns didn't take care of the road. And then it was like, you better find some tire tracks and stay in them. And I got really, really good at that. Like, I found me some tracks. I'm staying in these tracks. But you play chicken because, you know, the other person coming in, they don't want to get out of them tracks either. But I was like, you're in a truck, I'm in a car. I win. And then the moose up there were horrendous. I mean, people were hitting mooses left and right. I was going to work one morning, or to school one morning, and I was like, I'll take the back road because it took off, you know, about 10 miles. And I'm just trucking along, and I'm like, why is that man out here walking down the road at 6 o'clock in the morning? It looked like a man, tall man, dressed in a brown suit, walking down the road. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, as I'm getting closer, I'm like, oh my God, that's not a man, that's a moose. I said, that thing, I hope it don't, because they're known for attacking your car. And I was like, just please don't attack my car. As I'm driving by, you know, looking him dead in the face. It's like, no, don't hit my car. Them, you know, because when they hit your car is totaled. So in that state, if you hit a moose, you get to keep the moose because you no longer have a car. And that's if you're not in the hospital, because usually they'll roll up and come through the windshield after they've taken out your car. And they weigh like a lot. I remember my husband stopped at this one wreck where someone had hit a moose. And when they told her she could have the moose, she actually gave it to him because of the fact that he had stopped to help her, because she's like, I don't want that thing. So we took it home, and us and two sets, two couples we knew all got together and was like, oh, we'll dress this thing out. Well, I took like 24 hours of us all taking turns, hanging it from the rafters. We cut it in half, in the middle by the belly, and hung it. And I had to actually climb up inside the rib cage and like pull my elbows back to break the ribs to be able to start working on them. And it was that big to where I could actually climb up inside the whole body cavity and, just work on it. Now, Christmas, on the other hand, was a trip up there. Because having been down here in the South, and you just don't notice it in the South, because it's not cold enough for the trees to do this. But we actually had one year we went out and did it, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation way. And we went to this field, and we trudged through 3 foot deep snow, And we take a dog with us, and it was kind of funny because he would go flying, or he'd see these mice running across the top of the snow. And so he'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go get me that mouse. And he would take off running. Well, I guess he didn't realize that dogs cannot fly around on top of that snow. He would literally just sink and disappear, and then come flying back up. He was a big old German Shepherd. And if you've ever seen the Garfield Christmas, where, they hooked stuff up to Yodi, and then Yodi's like got his tongue hanging out. Well, this was good old Yodi fashion. Because we hooked it up and did not realize we'd hooked it up to the choker part of the chain. Put the tree on the sled, and told dog, take it to the truck. He goes to take off, and it's like, and we figure it out and get it all situated where he can help us get it out of the woods. And then we get home, and we go to take the tree in. Well, when they're out in the open field, they look nowhere near as big as they are. They just don't. So when we go to put this tree in the house, we can't get it in the door. Just can't even get it in the door. Ain't happening. So we kept having to saw it off in sections. See, until we get it in the house, because we didn't want to take it off the top, because we wanted it to have the pointy top. So we get about 2-3 foot off the bottom. Finally get it in the house. And then, you get it all decorated, and it looks all so pretty. And then you go to bed. Well, when you wake up the next morning, you no longer have a living room, because what you don't know, that was the last time I think we had a real tree. What you don't know is they look all nice and pretty when they're cold. They stay that way. But when they warm up, all them branches go poof and go down and lay flat, stick out because they're relaxed. And you have just lost over half your living room. Now you have to pull the tree way out. I think we just had like a 1-foot walkway, and it was like, whoa. Had to move all the furniture around. Literally wouldn't expect that, where it just fell out. And then to get it out of your house, it ain't going back out that door, because now it's like hella big. So it ain't going out the door. Not happening. So what you do is you cut off a couple branches, and you take your window off or up, and take your screen off, and you cut a couple branches off, and you shove it out the window. You cut a couple branches off, and you shove it out the window, and then you have the tree in a pile outside your window. Because that was the only way we found we could even get it out the house, was by doing it that way. And then, of course, we'd got the kids snowboards for Christmas that year. And my husband liked to set up a video camera back when we had the video cameras, and hide it so the kids couldn't see the camera. See what they were doing at night with the presents. Well, that night, we had a cat, and he would fly across the room, land on the snowboards, and use them and surf across the floor. I mean, it was the funniest thing. And we we kept hearing all this noise up there, and we couldn't figure out what. Well, we had to watch the video to see what in the world was going on. And then you catch your kids, and they're like, well, where is the camera? Where's the camera? We know they got a camera. Can't find the camera. And then you watch them, and they get in their stockings, and they dump their stockings completely out, and they play with the stock, and then they put all the stockings back together and go up in their room like they haven't been down there. And you caught them red-handed. And we did that for quite a few years, and they never could find his camera. And then, of course, we had a friend that would dress up as Santa Claus, and he would come, and you could videotape him putting the presents under the tree. And so you got that. The kids always thought that was pretty neat, because they could sneak and see Santa dropping the stuff under the tree. You always had a white Christmas, always, because it starts snowing end of October, 1st of November, and that snow don't go away till May, June. And then one year it actually snowed on July 4th during the fireworks. So, yeah, that was hella snow. And then me and my grand wisdom, when I was in college, I thought, wow, I know what I'm going to do. I only need a couple credits. And I'll take downhill and I'll take cross country. Stupidest move I ever made, because I did them both back to back on a Saturday. And it would always be like sub-zero temperatures. It was awful. I don't know what I was thinking. Other than I wasn't thinking. And I was so bad at it that my teacher finally told me that if you don't come back, I'll pass you. Can't get a better deal than that. And I was like, yay, I'll take you up on your deal. Because that was no fun. Should have took a snowmobiling class or an exercise class or something. But yeah, 2 skiing classes, cross country and downhill on the same day, and sub-zero temperatures was not fun in any way. Now we don't get the sub temperatures. It's just yuck. I think it's like 68 degrees outside and raining and storming. Winters have gone bye-bye. And of course, when it's that warm, when they were deer hunting, it's really hard to deer hunt when it's that warm. It's like way too warm. Of course, then you got bugs and yeah, no. Like when I deer hunted years ago and it was nice and chilly and you climb up in your tree stand and actually just kind of go to sleep, take a nap. And if you hear something moving, kind of see what it is, because 90% of the time it's going to be a squirrel. Because every squirrel in the nation will come out. Every squirrel. One of my dogs is so fast that it has actually chased the squirrel, caught the squirrel, was so proud because it caught that squirrel, and then the squirrel moved, and he freaked the heck out because his toy moved, and he spit it out, and it took off running and went up the tree. But I was surprised that he is so fast that he actually chased that squirrel down and caught it. That's an impressive little feat there, because they are really pretty quick. They are pretty quick little animals. And then they usually get so far up the tree that all a dog can do is sit there and just kind of whine because he can't get to them. He's a part German Shepherd and part Setter. And he can run like the wind. I actually found a diamond painting that looks just like him. And it's a dog sitting on the toilet. And they're reading the newspaper. And instead of dog bites man, it's man bites dog. I told someone, I said, I'm going to put that above my toilet. That is so cute. Whenever I can come across it and find it in my pile in there, I will do that one, because it is hella cute. Get this one yet? Nope. Gotta go down here and get this one. You know, well, my daughter, you know, she got back from the urgent care and double ear infection, bad sinus infection, possible C-word infection. They tested her for it because the new one, its symptoms are more sinus related than the regular COVID. There, I said the nasty word. And she's been vaccinated, but that one doesn't even pay attention to the vaccine. It just says, oh, we don't care about that. It is the one that says, we don't care about that. You went and did what? So what? Oh, that's 30. That's 40. I mean 43. There's 43. Oh, that is 43. Oh, I said 40 at first. I know that's where I'll put it. It's a really pretty color. It's a soft lavender. Real pale lavender. Well, I was talking to my dad this morning, and I asked him when my brother, you know, because he's home from work. He's an oil surveyor. And he says, oh, no, he said he don't have to go back till after Christmas and maybe not until after the first of the year. And I was like, wow. You got him a little vacay. So I guess they shut down for the holidays. I hope that doesn't mean they're going to be laying off again. Because with the same company, he's been laid off twice. As far as nursing, man, nurses are bailing ship left and right. Because I know whenever I had my surgery scheduled, the doctor said, well, we'll do it on this day if we still have nurses. And you need to think about making yourself get out of here as soon as you can. Which I usually do. I'm not much for staying in the hospital. It's like you can do major 5-hour surgery on me and I'm out the next day. It's like, peace out. I'm going home. I can do this at home. Torment my children. Plus, having worked as a nurse, I know what they think and what they talk like. So it's like, yeah, no. And nowadays, they just increase the patient load. To where all your nurses are in another room bawling. Seen more people cry as a nurse in the last year than I've seen in my whole career. They'll go cry and then go back out. I mean, I cried, but it's usually when I lose someone is when I cry. Missed one. I remember doing that one. I guess I did. So, I mean, I cry, but I cry usually, and I've only done it a couple times when I worked in the ICU and I had taken care of someone, you know, for a couple of weeks and then they pass unexpectedly. You know, some it's a godsend, but some you're not expecting it. And it's just kind of, those ones are rougher. Is there any more eyes? Oh, Lordy. 159, and it's an eye. There it is. Yeah, more eyes. So, it's a whole new world out there, new ball of wax. Patients are older, they're sicker than they've ever been. And of course, you know, they're doing every test known to man. We kept, you know, we had what they call hospitalists at our hospital, but actually they were like the 4th year doctor residents. And so they would work as the hospitalist. And they're throwing every test they've read about in the book at people. I'd hate to see their medical bills because, oh my Lord. It is crazy. Half the time you're like, we don't even do that here. What are you talking about? I mean, oh, you don't? No. We're like a little 50-bed, well, when you had an ICU, probably 55-bed hospital, you know. We're not some big hospital. And they're like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, no. Hospital I work at now, I've taken care of everything from an infant to passing away all at the same time. which was a big learning experience because it was like I haven't worked with infants. But infants to passing away all at the same time. And it was an interesting combo. Well, you guys, I don't know if you could see the face when I pulled that out. One face that has like a shadow face right next to it is visible. So I've got one of the hidden faces done. That's pretty cool. My clock's telling me that it's been 25 minutes. So that is awesome. Like an awesome possum. I hope you guys are enjoying this because you get to watch the picture unfold. We did a total of 1,400 stitches, or not stitches, but drills yesterday. We're almost at 25%. So that's kind of amazing. Just coming right along. Then we'll be a quarter of the way done. This is the equivalent of 4 30 by 40s, I think. Or 30, it might be 3 40 by 40s. That's what it looks like. And I got all the little bottles filled up with what I had. So that's good. My poor daughter, she's so upset. She goes to the VA because she's 40%, got a 40% disability from the VA. She used to be a nuke loader on the B-52. And it blew out her back and her knees. And she sat there and she goes, Mom, I can't get in to the clinic until January 11th. It was the first week of January somewhere. And so she goes, they told me just to go to urgent care. So she goes, that's where I'm going. Because she just sounded horrible. Absolutely like doo-doo. That's not 8. It's 8:23. That's up here. And later, I'll throw in, at the end of this one, I'll throw in some pictures of my poopers, my puppies. So you can see pictures of the puppies. You get to know them. And then later today, I'll walk around and I'll take pictures of all my framed pieces and put them in like a little collage that you can just kind of go through and see that. And then if someone doesn't come in and tell me what to do, I haven't decided. I think I'm going to do Rainbow Bright because she's just got so many colors in her. And she's a Dreamer Design, and I haven't done their new ones. I did a small Twisted Blossom that I got as a sample, and I was able to do it. It's just, you just have to learn some of the symbols. And it was like my first square. So it had to really, So I picked the Dreamer Design as my first square. Go me. And they are oversaturated, but they don't look as saturated when you see them once they're done. Of course, they're only going to be as saturated as the drill will let them. Can't turn up the saturation on the drills. It's just you got to get through doing it. And I haven't seen well, I've seen a couple of Treasure Studio. Whenever I start getting money again, I might pick up one of those just to try it. Unbox it. Let you guys know what I think of it. Diamond Art Club, love. They're very relaxing to do. You don't really have any popping drills, and I did that Partners in Crime, which was some of the new drills, and I found more problems with the lighter colors, if those are actually done, than I did with the old darker colors. There was one light color just really had issues. But that was pretty much it. The darker colors were great. I have the Artemisa, but I think I want to do it in the summer or the spring when it's not so dark outside and cloudy, because I think that would help with, working with those dark colors. But I love that picture. And then I got the Lost Child because it's kind of like the same style, and I figure I can put them up, frame them, and put them up in the kids' living room. Right now they have the Pirate Cat. I can't even remember what its name was, but I have it framed and in there. I have my Jasmine Beckett Griffith hung in there. Frosty hung in there. Frosty and Friends. And Festive Fireplace are my ones right now that are hanging in there. And then after Christmas, I'll take down Festive. And then when I do the other one, I'll probably take Festive out of his frame and use the frame for the other one. And just roll Festive up and store them away in a tube. And then switch them out. And since Festive came out this year, the other one can come out next year. Kind of share the wealth. Just like whenever I get tired of Titania, I'll take it down and switch it out. But I kind of like the watercolor effect of these ones that have like hell color. I mean, it's like this thing has 238 colors. But it gives it a real watercolory, washed out look, which I like. I actually like that more than the crisper look. It's more of her actual real style. And she's got a very subtle real style. And then of course I have Mask of Love. That's probably what I'll put in place of Titanium when I do move her. And I may just clean out one of my closets and just put the finished ones in there, since the frames aren't that expensive. They're only about 20 bucks. So that's not real bad. I think I paid $20 for those big, massive, huge ones. $22. Which is not bad for a frame that size. It's like, I can deal with that. Or if I make, just get wood and have my dad lathe some wood and put that in there, it's going to be, can't get it off the wood anyway, so just kind of put them up in the closet. Then you can just, at your whim, go in there and say, I'm going to change out my pictures today. Go through and take some down, put some up. In my bedroom, I have that lady that had the veil that was, it was all beiges and whites, and she's petting that white dragon. That came out very pretty. It's in my bedroom. And I have the Dreamcatcher wolf up in my bedroom. Well, it's supposed to be in the kids' room, but we just never got around to putting the nail in the wall. So right now it's up in my bedroom to stay out of the way. I'll eventually put it up in their room. I have a couple of Randall Spanglers, and they'll go up in their room. Because most of the time it's just the boys that hang out in there. I actually one day walked in there to see what my grandsons were doing. Oh my God, it looked like, I don't know. I had 3 little boys, and they're bent over, and they were just slinging stuff over their shoulders in that room. There wasn't a spot on that floor. So I took a video, and then said, "What are you guys doing?" And they like to jump out of their skins. So I told them they had to clean up their mess because it was bad. I mean, they had every blanket off the beds, every pillow off the beds, every toy out of the toy box. I mean, they were just a ripping and getting. And for some reason, as a grandparent, I have more children than I had when I raised my own. Because when I raised my own, I only had 3. My 2 and then my adopted one. Because I adopted my husband's child from his first marriage. And so we only had 3. But for some reason, the 2 that live in this town, or nearest me, one has 3 and one has 2. And they'll, about the same time, just drop them all off and say, "Can you watch them for 3 or 4 days?" And I'll end up with 5 kids for 3 or 4 days. It's like, oh my Lord. I don't remember it being like this. Finally got them where they're not so wild and unruly. Of course, they have their own PlayStation, and they have their own TV, and it's like, just don't come in Nana's living room. You keep your mess in there. Stay contained. And they finally got where they're pretty good at that. And then when it's getting bedtime, you tell them to pick up, and they're at least getting where they sit. I mean, it's not bad. It's just got little things here and there, so they're getting better. But they're getting older, too. I think the funniest thing I saw in a while was in February. It was one's grandson's birthday, and he was turning 5. And his little brother is 3. And it was so funny because he come out and he's got his finger up in his brother's face, and he's just yelling for all he's got. And we're like, "What is wrong?" And he's like, "He can't be 5 because I'm not 4. I mean, it was just so funny because he couldn't be 5 because he wasn't 4. I laughed so hard. I was like, there is a little bit of logic to that. I can see his point. Because his brother's always been just 1 year older than him. Can't be 2 years older than him. And we were like, "No. It's his birthday. He's 5. And he was like, "No, he can't be." I mean, he was just adamant. That's got to go up. Okay, I think this one's got to come down then. That one, got one right there. That's right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost there. Oh, okay. That goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. Now that's right. No, no, no. There, there. One, 2, 3, 4. And that's 5. Oh, it was there. How in the world? Oh, okay. That goes there. That goes there. No, it doesn't. Let me do it like that. My math skills aren't working today. I'm just now getting over a nasty head whatever. And like, head fog is real, y'all. Head fog is real. Head fog is for real. It's like you're like, I just can't follow it. What's wrong? It's not making sense. And you're just like, oh, not working. Why is math not working? Well, I've almost made it to 45 minutes. We're at 41. So, since I'm going to add some pictures to this, that'll add a little bit of time. I got hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, and I'll do one again in a couple hours where you can see how far I've made it. I'm going to try to work on this for a few hours today to get, more done. Get it all accomplished. So I'm going to hop off of here. Would love it if you'd decide to hang out with me more. Hit subscribe. If you would like, join my channel. Every little bit helps. If people are joining, then I could start getting kits on my own right now. So I would love for you to hang out with me, and I'll answer any questions that you put in the comments. And just try to be nice. I'm just getting started. These are like the initial beginning videos, and yeah. I'll get better. I'm just trying to figure out the basic editing is giving me brain hurt massively. And love your subscribers or your creators, because this is a lot of work. Believe it or not, this is really a lot of work. A lot of work. It's not just hopping on, talking, and just poof, it's there. You got to piece it together, put it together. All kinds of stuff. If you have any questions you want to email me, my email is name of my channel, Loving the Sparkle with Cindy. Or it's just plain Loving the Sparkle at yahoo.com. And you can leave me an email, and I'll respond. If you would like to join the group, I have a group page for this channel, and it's Loving the Sparkle with Cindy on Facebook. It's a group channel. So I would love to see you there. It will get more interesting as I can finally get out of the house and do something, because I'll be able to talk about something other than old stuff. But I have plenty of old stuff. Plenty. So I will hop off of here and talk to you guys later today. Bye.